The satellite imagery we get from NASA 100% proves flat Earth. It also proves that they're using CGI. So the images from the satellites that they say are live is against the natural topography of this Earth. So they'll take videos of the Himalayas, or they'll take videos of India, and they'll take videos of the salt flats, and they'll take videos of the Nile River, and they'll show landscapes of this Earth on a globe, and it's covering the whole globe. The whole globe. So these satellites zoom in on this Earth, and all of a sudden, it's the whole globe. How big is this globe again? It's 25,000 miles in circumference. Now, I've never used Adobe Photoshop. I've never used it. But you could disprove globe Earth through using Photoshop. Because all you have to do is take the 25,000 miles in circumference and make a globe Earth with it. But then, when you make your globe Earth, remember the topography of this Earth. So you're going to have to fit in the elevation levels of the flat places on this Earth on that globe. And it's going to disprove it. It's just going to disprove it. The Nile River, it's too long and too flat. It's over 2,000 miles long, but there's a 1,000 mile stretch of it with no elevation gain. One foot. Footage from India takes up the whole globe. That's your whole globe. And they say, oh, those aren't computer generated images. If those aren't computer generated images, then I want you to tell me how you differentiate the difference between video games and movies and what you see from NASA. Because someone from the government told you those pictures were real, and then you on your own decided that the video games weren't real and the movies weren't real. And I'm honestly not trying to pick on you with this. I honestly want to know, how do you differentiate the difference between real life and fake life? I assume most of the things on the television are fake. That's just a good assumption. When you see those pictures from NASA, why do you think they're real? Why do you think they're real? That amazes me that people think they're real. Now, NASA admits they have done composite imagery. They don't really argue this. They just ignore it. They do a Hillary Clinton play where they just don't want to talk about the body count. They don't want to talk about the CGI. They don't want to talk about the computer-generated images. They don't want to talk about how they made these images. People assume, though, that they're real. They think they're these satellites zooming back in on Earth and taking pictures of the Earth. And you look at the pictures, and it's taking your whole globe Earth. Your whole globe is fitting on that Earth. Now, I think it would be really easy to disprove it if you just if you knew Photoshop and knew how to make pictures on Photoshop. You take a globe and you make a globe, and you show how the natural topography and the things that we see in nature just wouldn't fit on your globe. It just wouldn't fit. It just proves that it's not a globe. It's not a spinning ball. It's just not a spinning ball. And I can't comprehend people that can see NASA pictures and go, that's real. And then see video games and go, that's not real. And they play video games all day long. And then they see movies and go, that's not real. So the movie Gravity wasn't real. The movie Apollo 13 wasn't real. It was a movie. It was shot in pools. It was shot in NASA centers where they, training centers where they have that equipment to make that stuff. So they shot that there. They used NASA studio. Okay. So you can understand that, but then you just tell me that the NASA pictures are real. You understand that's religion, right? You understand the government's training your mind and the government's telling you how to think. You can say I don't know, and that's fine. But for you to tell me that you know it's real, I can't understand that. I think you guys are schizophrenics. I think you guys that try to debunk flat Earth are schizophrenics. You don't know the difference between the video game world and the real world, but the government tells you you do, and you just listen to whatever they say and you just repeat them. You're like parrots.